All right. Well done, guys. Um, so as you can all see, actually trade um order block normally is called institutional style of trading. So I start breaking down from higher time frame. I look at analysis based on higher time frame charts. Then I roll it down to 15 minutes. That's how I trade. So looking at all your comments in the group chat, basically almost everybody trades the naked chart price action. All right. So before I go forward, I want to tell you that the blue dot signifies um, the daily time frame structure, while the red one signifies the lower time frame structure. All right. So the first thing I normally do, we look at the structure. I know some of you have not yet maybe if you don't know what is order block. So I treat order blocks or institutional trading. Any which way you choose to call it, is still one and the same thing. So just like you see around here, this was where I sold this currency, right? Because order block simply means the last, if the chart is going down, let's say for instance around here, order block is the last um the last buy before the sell. So this candle here, this last one is actually the order block, or more it is in my own courses, we normally call it institutional funded candles. So when prices gets around here, it mitigates it before it start going down. All right. So that's how I trade. So like this trade, I actually started selling this currency when it got to this point, I started rolling down. All right. So I just hope that you could grab. Um, so this is a structure. From looking at our structure now, we are on a downtrend based on the daily time frame. So this is daily time frame. You can see it right around here. We're on a daily time frame. So I start my analysis with the daily time frame. I start looking at analysis from the daily time frame. All right. So this is daily time frame, and according to our daily time frame, we are in what? We are in a bearish trend. We are in a bearish trend. So we are expecting to what? To be selling this market based on the higher time frame structure. So after I looked at the higher time frame, look at it here. I normally used to arrange it in this order. That is some of my students, some guys that have taken my courses, they understand. So we hear monthly is bearish, weekly is bearish, daily is bearish, as you can see here. Daily is bearish. So after looking at the daily time frame, so we understand that daily is bearish, so we understand where we are. But we start looking at our point of interest based on 4 hour time frame. So when we go down to the 4 hour, this is GU actually. When we go down to the 4 hours, all right. So let's go right. So now we're on the 4 hour time frame. This is the 4 hour time frame. Just like I told you, the blue dot signifies the uh, the higher time frame structure. Why the red one signifies the internal structure, the 4 hour, 1 hour. All right. So looking at this chart here, if you look at it, let me minimize it quite all right. All right. So if you look at it, this is so the shaded rectangle is actually my point of interest. So this is where I only look to take trades. So more like I'm trading the zone. All right. So right from this zone, so when it's so around here, going down, then it started coming up again. So if I'm buying this part, this pullback, I know that I'm buying what? I am buying the pullback. So the 4 hour is pulling back so that the daily can retrace, so that the trend can continue in the same direction. So what I know basically that I'm trading a retracement. So if I'm trading around this in this pullback, I know that I'm trading the retracement. So the 4 hour is retracing so that the daily can what? Um, can pull back, right? So by the time it gets to this point, it continues to sell. So even if I'm buying around this point, I know that I'm getting out when I get to this zone. So that is actually my idea of trading. All right. So as you can see, when I began to sell around this zone, so you see, this was where it was coming from. It broke structure. This is higher. This is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So by the time it got to the um, by the time it got to my daily point of interest, I'm expecting to be selling around this zone. So even if I got it around this zone, are expecting to be selling it around this zone. I just hope you to understand. All right, so now by the time it got to this zone, if it kind of mitigated the IFC, which is along my zone, and when it came, it started going with the trend, and it broke structure right around here. This is the recent structure. All right, I've not dotted it, so this is the recent structure. Okay, yeah. This is the recent structure. So I already know that everybody on this group chat understands what is higher high, higher low, break of a structure. So you can see from here, this was the high point here, then it broke structure. So we say this is the lower, the higher low. So this higher low came, this movement down from here, it came and broke the structure. So when it broke the structure right here, so we know that okay, our 4-hour is daily, our 4-hour is bearish, and daily too is bearish. So what are we looking for? We are looking forward to sell this currency. All right, we're looking for sell on this currency pair. All right. So since we are looking for sell on this currency pair, so by the time it gets to this point of interest, we begin to sell it. So higher, lower low. This is lower low, higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low. So this is actually a flip zone. There is a resistance zone around here. That's why when it came to pull, it started going up again and it broke structure around here. So we know that on the 4-hour we are what? We are bearish. Sorry, we are bluish because it broke the recent structure around here. All right, so looking at it again, going down. So this is where we are on the current market. So now this current market, what we are on the 4-hour is that we know that daily is bearish. So now this 4-hour came and broke this structure right around here. So this is break of a structure for this currency pair. So we know that on this pair, okay, so this is the recent low. So where this black line is, this is my recent low. And on the 4-hour, it came and broke structure. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So this is it. So 4-hour now is bearish because it came down around here. It filled up this IFC or institutionally funded. Some of you, if you don't know, I don't know what I'm going to do. That means you have to look out for my courses and all those stuff. All right. So it came, it broke structure. So on the 4-hour, so daily is bearish, 4-hour is bearish. So what are we looking for? We're looking forward to sell this currency. Now, I actually don't sell currencies. I don't actually take trades anyhow. So I take trade based on the zones, that is IFCs. So right now, so I have seen that now IFCs that are very strong, they are those that are broke structure. So my point of interest on this one, you can see as it's consolidating around here. So my point of interest, where I'll be looking forward to sell this market is right around this IFC here. I told you guys that IFC is last buy. It's last buy before the sell or last sell before the buy that broke structure. So maybe when we're doing market review, we can go a little bit deeper, or some of you that would like to do a review on my course, though you have your course. So I don't actually trade this is support and resistance. So I chase institutional mindset. So what I'm actually looking forward to is that on based on my 4-hour time frame, since this move here that broke structure, I'm expecting it. Okay, this is not nice. Let me change it. All right. Okay. So this move here broke structure. So I'm expecting the price after consolidating it to go around here, fill up this IFC before it to start coming down. So I'll be looking forward to take my trade right around these zones. So I just hope you grab. All right. So after looking at my 4-hour, and my daily time frame, know what the market is doing. So I actually have a perspective, so that I actually have a perspective on the higher time frame, which is the big boy, because the higher time frame basically affects whatever happens on the lower time frame. So then I go to my 1-hour time frame. I go to my 1-hour time frame. So on my 1-hour time frame, I also look for IFCs. So you see, I'm expecting, as you can see on the lower on the 1-hour time frame, it's still the same concept. So we are seeing that what broke structure, the last order block broke structure, or the last buy, the movement started from here. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting this market to rally up to this zone before I continue to sell. But even as you wait for market to go up there, you can be looking at taking a buy, though that means you are counter trading actually. So, but if you are a newbie, I suggest you just wait to get to your zone so that you can trade around, you can trade along with the trend. So, all right. So, I'm actually, but I can actually be looking forward to take a buy along this zone, but I have to wait for a break of a structure on the 1 hour time frame. Hope you grab, all right, on the 1 hour time frame. So now looking at this chart now. All right, looking at this chart. Let me minimize it so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, good. All right, looking at this time frame. So you know, by now everybody must have known how the market moves, the structure. And so you know when it breaks a structure, normally it consolidates before it to pull back, then it will continue in the same direction. So it's the same concept, it's just that sometimes you need to understand the psychology behind it. Yeah, so you need to just understand the psychology behind it. All right. So as you can see, right around here, we have not seen a significant break of a structure the 1 hour time frame. So I wait. I don't try to rush and take it. It's better to wait than to take an irrational or an uninformed trade and kind of take losses like that. So I would normally trades normally used to be very good as the week progresses down to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. All right. So I actually wait. This thing is more like wipe off schematic. Guys, the market is redistributing. So we are waiting for a clear direction right around the zone. So you just stay put and wait for the market to do its thing and to want to okay. All right, so that means on this pair, this G, what we are basically looking for, we're looking for the market to rally up to this point, then we take the trade going down to the so but we can also be taking the buy here when it gives us a clear direction, because what you're actually doing, you are taking a counter trend, yes. All right, so now actually, just like I said earlier on, I take trade on a 15 minutes time frame. Sometimes I can go to 5 minutes based on my strategy just to make the stop loss very small. Sometimes I take trades with 5 pips stop loss or 3 pips. So you see, even if I take like large loss sizes, I'm still safe. You understand? So sometimes I can make something like 80 pips. So it's covering up for the whole game. So in the long run, you're actually making profit. So when we go to the 15 minutes time frame, all right, this is a 15 minutes time frame. So when we go to the 15 minutes time frame, so now 15 minutes time frame is where I actually get to enter my trade. All right, so we see that on the 15 minutes time frame, there is break of a structure right around here. So this was the recent high, it broke it. Then we see so it's consolidating. All right, then we know okay, you can see that this was the recent low. This was the lower low when it came, it broke the structure right around here. So there's break of a structure on the 15 minutes time frame. You understand? So, but if I must take this trade, I must wait for the market to come right around this zone. Um, then I'll look at the price action base on the lower time frame. So I'm expecting price to come right around this zone. It will show me if it's the price action. By the time it begins to break structure on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, then I know that, okay, yeah, this market is actually. So it's more like a confirmation tell you that the market is going up. By the time it begins to break the structure up, I know that, okay, this market is going to rally up to this point. All right, so what we're seeing here on the 15 minutes time frame, there's a break of a structure and the market pushed back right up to this point. Came, okay, we're seeing all right. All right. So this market right around here. So this is the last. So all this zone, this is the last candle that pushed up and started the movement. So you see, it came, it tapped into our IFC and it's going up. All right. So we know that okay, this market it has high probability of going up to fill up this zone before to start coming down because it has broken the structure here on the 15 minutes time frame. So normally my IFC, I looked at them at these zones entirely. So 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes time frame. All right. So that is actually the market forecast for this particular pair. Then okay, that is all for now. Then we'll just allow the market to do its thing to show us if it's going up. Then when it reaches to our zone, we take the trade. So normally I wait, I look at it and I wait for the price to do its thing, then shows me the direction of the trend. All right. So maybe if you have any question, you can drop. So right around here, to the trade from here, then maybe I can close it on the recent high because this is the recent high. Because this is lower low, higher low, so it break off a structure. So we expect that this market to actually break and continue upward. All right. So that is the analysis on this one. Thank you very much. Let's look at the next pair. Yeah, the next pair. All right, the next pair I'm going to look at is one of my favorite pair, which is I trade them actually together, which is the GJ. So both GJ and GU normally move hand in hand. So I check the two pairs. These are my two favorite pairs actually. So I check the two pairs together. All right, this is GJ. All right. So just like I said, we'll go down to the daily time frame. I start looking at price action on the daily time frame. All right, so this is the daily time frame. So there are many factors. I can actually say now what there are many things. So one thing with trading is that you have to look at confluence of things to show you. So we can see that on this time frame we see break of a structure. So we see the daily time frame here on GJ is actually bearish. It's actually bearish. So we're looking for. So if you are trading the buy, you know that okay on this very particular pair, you know you are going along with the trend. So now what am I looking at? I'm looking at my IFCs. So this is where I'm expecting the market to fill up for it to continue up. So this very market, what I'm actually looking at, I'm looking for the market to come down to this board for it to start going up. So as we can see, it has broken structure right around here. All right, right around here. So and it came. That was actually an equal low around this zone, which when it came, took it out. Then it continued down from here. Okay. Something like this. All right. We make it a little bit big. All right. So um this is a daily. So on the daily time frame, what we're seeing actually, we're seeing this is. Let me also put this so that we can see. All right. So we can see that on the daily time frame, we're seeing lower high, higher high, lower high, higher high. So we see that it has not yet broken structure right around this point. Why? Because it has to move down to come and fill up this IFC because there's more like an imbalance around here. So these are factors. Some of you may not understand and maybe to check out our courses. All right. So all right, now this is so we're expecting this market to move right around this zone, fill it up, then before it start going up again. So what we're looking for, even if you're trading this pair on you're selling this pair, what you know that you are trading the retracement. All right. So by the time you look at the daily, then you go to the 4-hour time frame. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame. All right. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame video. So this price came, it took out liquidity around this point. That's where I do this before I took it out. So now this is the recent low. So higher low, higher high. So but when the price came, this was the movement that took out that broke structure. So we see a break of a structure right around this one. So normally those are two courses to understand. Okay, this is BOS. I actually call it BOS. Okay. So I actually put these annotations just to help me understand the chart instead of so that it will help me to be very orderly. Yeah, so this is BOS. BOS simply means break of a structure. Right. So on the 4-hour time frame, we are seeing a break of a structure, which is bearish, but our overall trend on this GJ is bluish. So we know that the market is chasing just to come to this particular point before it to continue. So even if you're trading the retracement, All right. All right. So now, as you can see, the market, this one too is consolidated. So what are we expecting on this market? We're expecting that the market moves down up to this zone. But you know, the market does not just move on a straight line, it moves more like a wave. So what were we expecting? We're expecting so as now, so based on what we know, I just recently explained. All right, sorry. So this was the last buy before the sell that broke the structure. So what I'll do is that I will shade, I'll create a box here. So this is my point of interest. This is where I'm looking forward to sell the market because this was the um, last buy movement that took out the structure here. So I'm expecting the market to rally up to this zone, then to go down, fill up after consolidating around here, I'm expecting the market to go up, fill up this IFC, or in other words, we call it mitigation, before to start going down, to fill up this very daily order block before to start moving up to. All right. So I hope you grab. So this is the analogy for this market based on the 4-hour time frame. So we know that based on the 4-hour time frame, if we are selling this market, it's a retracement trade. So by the time it gets to this point, we are going out. Then we start looking for buy opportunities around this. But when it comes to this, we start looking for sell opportunity. Many of you may not understand now because you are not like you have to learn from me or something like that. Then anyway, I just hope you grab. Then you go down to the 1-hour time frame. All right. So now this is the 1-hour time frame. Let me expand this thing so that you guys can see. All right. So this is the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, you're also looking for IFCs that broke structure. As you can see, the market is actually like consolidating around this point. Normally, trading used to be very good as the day progresses. So you see it's consolidating right around this. So we're expecting this market. So you just allow the market to show you where it's going to. So you see, we're expecting it to go to this point and fill up this IFC right around here before it start going down. Based on the 1 hour, based on our analogy, that is a top-down analysis. Yeah. Okay. So this is it. Then after that, then we go to the 15 minutes time frame. 15 minutes time frame is normally where I used to take the trades. I take the trades with little refinement actually. All right, so now this is the 15 minutes time frame. Now, if you look at this 15 minutes time frame, I'm actually seeing a break of a structure. So this one is here, this one is here. Then we can see here, here. So you see that there's a break of a structure on the 15 minutes time frame right around here, right? So now we can see that okay, when the price comes right around this zone, we'll buy it. So you can see this is the movement that broke the structure right around here, right around here. So something right around here, you can say more like it came and tapped it, but we more like missed it. So let's say something around here came, tap the movement. Then we see that on the 15-minute time frame, there's a break of a structure right around here. So market came, it pulled back right into a zone, then instead of going up. So we're expecting this market to go up to this zone, fill up this forward IFC before it to start going down. All right, so this is actually the projection for this PN, so GJ and GU. So in case probably you have any question, you can drop it in the group chat. I will try and answer as many people as I can. All right, so thank you very much. Hope to see your comments, your questions in the group chat. All right. All right, thank you.